you don't give Derek White respect. This is crazy. This is crazy. He's having a JJ Barea type run, and you ain't giving him respect.
JJ won a chip,
and he about to win one, and you're not supporting Derek White. This is craziness.
Listen, if Derek White is the defensive stopper on Kyrie, I will come on this podcast and publicly apologize. However, I've said it.
So apparently, I owe Derek White an apology. Apparently, he is a defensive stopper that I was unaware of. He is the glue that keeps that Celtics organization rolling. Him and his 12 points a game.
I said that.
The problem, TP, is, like I said on Twitter, when you edit the videos and you the host, whenever you have a bad take, you get to see it. And I don't like seeing my bad takes, but I own up. Accountability. This is growth. This is growth. Accountability. So I'm acknowledging that I had a bad take. Not necessarily dispelling how I feel about Derek White, but it is what it is. Before we get the show started, shout out to my grandbaby. He turned 10 today. Called me and asked me to post her picture to let her know how many likes she gets. She 10.
That's what's up. Happy birthday.
So, yeah, she wouldn't have her. She wanted to go get a milkshake with her grandma. So she got a milkshake with her grandma.
Hey, Troy, how many kids you got?
5 and 4 grandkids.
Woo. Good man. Good man. I'm stopping at 3. Done.
You're not wrong.
He said I'm not wrong for stopping at 3. Hold on.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, what's going on?
I feel like some Bucks disrespect is on the way, so I'm going to go ahead and run that clip real quick.
Because you know what? It's the disrespect segment. Uh-oh. Here we go. Mike Evans. It's time to talk about it. Money. Guaranteed contract. Got paid. Supposedly the Bucks' best wide receiver. Money. He ain't running away from me. Money. He will get some contested catches.
His name is Mike Evans.
Mike Evans has been known to get locked up from time to time against corners with speed and size.
By who?
And this was one of those games where he got locked up. And those new additions. And hold on. I want to know what dude on this podcast said put Julio Jones in bubble wrap until December. I wait. It's silent in Orlando this week. We had a whole 9-minute diatribe. It is silent in Orlando.
What you mean silent? Ain't no silent. First of all, we still got another bet. We have a better record than your team. Your team won 8 games. And you over here beating your chest, happy because another team had offensive struggle against the #1 offense in the league. And you really gonna sit up here and make it seem like you Nostradamus by being able to say, oh, your team, somebody's gonna get hurt. Every team, somebody got hurt.
No. I know we're not talking about the Buccaneers gonna win the Super Bowl 8 years in a row, and you got lucky when Tom Brady showed up. We're not doing that. This was based on science. This was based on science. Every year. The last 4 years,
4 years.
Jones get hurt. I'm talking about
how many years
Jones.
have we been doing the podcast? That's how long I've been saying the Buccaneers gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, but every year on this podcast, when y'all got Julio, I said every year for the last 4 years he's been hurt. Put him in bubble wrap. He was supposed to be the difference maker in Tennessee, and he was not because he was injured. He wasn't even practicing.
Throwing to him.
He wasn't even practicing. That's why the coach was pissed off at the beginning of the season, talking about if we could just get all our players in practice.
That's not his situation in Tampa.
No, it's not his situation in Tampa. His situation in Tampa was he was at practice, but his very first play was beautiful. It was a 40-yard bomb, a strike by Tom Brady. What happened next? I'll wait. Put that dude in bubble wrap. Don't even mention his name. He shouldn't even be on the active roster until December.
I want you to keep this same energy when we get to the latter part of this season.
And he didn't keep that same energy because his team super sucked.
Hey, why y'all didn't keep that energy last night?
I kept that same energy, that whole same energy. But the reason I played that clip was for some unknown reason. The Bucks signed their often injured wide receiver for 3 years.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
It was so much out there that's available. It's a lot of
that's been familiar with the team, that's been in the locker room with these guys for the last 5 years. Why wouldn't you? Our organization shows loyalty, sir. Your organization ain't gonna win nothing until they have a player that stays with the organization more than 4 years.
Hey, Marlo, what's that?
What's happening?
Then he win the Super Bowl with that organization too?
You know what? You absolutely right. How many Super Bowls his organization won with the people he got?
Shit, I can't say nothing because we ain't won with the people we got.
But y'all ain't letting them go for a Snickers and a pack of annihilators.
No, we got players that's loyal to the team, though. Why you think we kept Marquise Bailey in Dallas?
That was a great signing. That was a great signing, but
he don't understand it. He don't understand.
Like why you think we re-signed Osa Odigizua? Because we need to beef up front, but he's also been loyal to Dallas. He's not loyal to Jerry Jones. He's been loyal to Dallas. Why we think CD and Dak restructured their contracts so they can get more money. So they can get more money on the back end to help out what we got for free agents.
I really don't even understand why we having this conversation with this ship jumper.
Godwin has not been hurt. Has been hurt 3 years in a row.
With this ship jumper.
3 years in a row.
Who jumped ship at the first sign of inconsistency.
3 years in a row.
That's all right. How many playoff time we done seen compared to your team?
Oh, you've seen a lot of playoffs. A lot of playoffs. A lot of one and
How
done.
many Super
Y'all
Bowls
are-
we done seen compared to your team?
Marlo, how many of the Raiders got? How many of the Bucks got?
We got 2.
Raiders got 4.
Not in the last 20 years.
I'm about to say, when the last time y'all won something? It's been over 40 years, man.
So what else? Not
I don't
happen
even know
is
why.
a Dallas Cowboy fan is not finna gang up on me about winning.
It's been over 40 years since y'all won the Super Bowl. I can't say
Last
shit.
time-
It's been 30
Last
years
time
since
the
I won the
Raiders
Super
won the
Bowl.
Super Bowl was 1981.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Over 40 years. I can't speak for myself because we ain't won the Super Bowl in 30 years.
So
My team not even 30 years old.
can we acknowledge something? We was grown when the Bucks won the Super Bowl. And that
3
happened
years
on
ago.
luck.
How that happen on luck, man? You tripping.
They had the GOAT at quarterback
The GOAT.
with a great defense. And perhaps the
Tom
greatest
Brady.
tight end of all
Fuck
time.
Tom Brady.
And then the GOAT decides to go over to the Raiders and try to reinvent himself as a minority
Brady.
owner.
Fuck Tom Brady.
The hate is strong with this young Padawan.
Again. Marlo is
You the one brought
a
this whole
master.
conversation
Yes,
up.
you're a master at deflection. But that's fine. We're gonna
How?
ignore the fact that your preeminent free agent signing was a dude that's been hurt 3 years in a row. We'll just put that to the side. We're gonna put that to the side.
Hey, we can't say nothing because your free agent signing is a MAGA supporter.
Mostert.
No,
Which one we talking about? Hold on. Which one we talking about?
the one you signed, we signed for a shitload of money.
What that mean though? Yeah, football
I
player.
mean, as long as he hit people, I don't really care. And you know who we got rid of? We got rid of that center that cost us games. That's what we got rid of. How you a center? And you know what? Let me let that go.
Like
New
like
year,
that.
new me.
Like that was the only reason y'all lost the game.
It was the reason we lost the game. We was in field goal range.
Hell to the nah. Hell no. You can't think one play out of all the plays that happened cost y'all the game.
So let's be clear. When the quarterback is calling the audible and the center hit him in the face with the ball when you in field goal range, that costs you the game. All the other stuff.
They was gonna make a field goal. Why were y'all even in need of making a field goal? Because y'all played like poop the whole game.
It was a well-fought game. That was one.
Now it's a well-fought game.
That was one of our better games. That was the Chiefs game. We had the Chiefs on the ropes. All we had to do was kick the field goal.
Well, if was a fifth, the level of intoxication would be much higher than it is currently.
All right. Well, since you're not willing to acknowledge what happened, that's fine.
I'll be drunk as shit.
That's what I'm saying. He drunk than a skunk.
He sound drunk with his analysis of deflection. Because you can't put that on one play, one person when there was over 60 plays that whole game. How many points did y'all score?
I mean, this level of deflection has to be studied, though.
It has to be.
Here we go. Anyway,
for a team that ain't won a Super Bowl in 44 years.
44.
So what we not gonna do?
We tipping on four.
We talk about
wrapped in four.
Talk about Acre Home 44.
Houston ganging up on me.
Wood grain. I'm gripping.
You know, the last time they won a Super Bowl, Madden was young.
Madden was a young man. That was a young
man.
Scallywag out there doing his thing.
The last time y'all won a Super Bowl, no, it was in 83.
Was it 83?
83.
It was 83.
Tom Flores was the Hispanic American head coach, the first and only one to ever do that. You know, Marcus Allen was on that team.
Damn. Marcus Allen has probably been getting senior citizen checks for the last 15 years.
Let me put this in perspective.
You had a steroid doped up Lazado on that team.
What Michael Jordan drafted in 83?
Are y'all done?
He's drafted in 84.
Michael Jordan hadn't even been drafted yet.
Are we done? Can we get to the show now?
I wasn't even a twinkle in my daddy's eye.
Are we done?
I was 4 years old when y'all won the last Super Bowl.
And you are beating your chest to that.
What? Hey, when did you graduate college?
99.
Oh shit!
Are we done? We done. Anyway, getting back.
Apparently, around that time, Kamala was jamming Tupac.
Damn.
Kamala was in college jamming Tupac.
Anyway, real quick. Morgan State has
I'm done.
Howard. The timeline is about to be a shambles again. Well, the timeline really hasn't been in shambles for a couple reasons. One, word on the street is the SWAC coach is going to leave his current job for either greener pastures or possibly another SWAC job.
Bring it on.
So that's word on the street. Until I get confirmation, I don't want to say the name, but apparently it was a big rumor that everybody knew about except me, and I asked people. They was like, yeah. So I'm like, wow. And I interviewed dude. Well, I interviewed all the SWAC coaches, but I interviewed dude. So I'm like, he either seemed like a lifer or like one of the big conference or a major. If he was going to leave, he was going to leave for a major institution. So that was a big wow. But I'm doing it differently than I did the Clemson thing. I'm not going to say the school.
Because he holds water like a big hole colander.
Whatever. Anyway, so in tonight's SWAC matchup, Alcorn is playing Bethune-Cookman. I think Jackson State plays the winner of that game, right?
Yes, sir.
So, big upsets in the SWAC. Texas Southern went down today. Could not believe that. Absolutely could not believe that. Against Alabama State. Here's why I didn't see it, because Johnny Jones is very good with adjustments in the second half, and Alabama State maintained control the whole way. So I was a little shocked at that.
Also, Alabama State had an 18-point lead in this game too, and Texas Southern chopped it down to like the most they chopped it down to was like 4, either 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it was 4. Yeah, because I think that was the thumbnail I made was a 4-point lead. So, the Johnny Jones Classic no more. So, I mean, right now, that bracket is real interesting because you could possibly have GSU, Jackson State, Alcorn, or Bethune. And I'm trying to say their name as respectful as I can.
Well, you know what?
Fuck them.
Hey, y'all know what Mo said last night in the post game, right? He said checkout time is at 11.
We still in Tallahassee getting players.
They better be their ass and down at home where they ass played.
Well, so
I'm gonna be honest with you, Marlo. That Bethune-Cookman team is. I know you don't. You say fuck them, but
fuck them. I seen them up close and personal. First of all, when I say they facilities are not even worthy of saying they high schoolish.
Why? Oh my God.
That fucking shit was terrible. Am I lying? Tell me where I'm lying.
I would like to thank Bryce for allowing us to cover.
Mainland High School has more fans in attendance than Bethune-Cookman did, and they was right there.
Marlo, why are you making me do this? It was a capacity crowd.
Capacity? It probably was 50 people on our side and 25 people on the other side. And it was probably at capacity. You are correct. First of all, who has a stage at one end of their gym?
Rice University.
That shit was terrible.
There are moments, ladies and gentlemen, where I realize I have teed up a bad situation and I just have to roll with it. I teed up this bad situation and now Marlo is rolling like a steamroller right now.
Oh my God. First of all,
on the go.
If you send your child to that university, you obviously didn't do a damn campus visit. That shit is terrible.
You know they invited us to their facility, right? You know I sent
Yeah, they did. Thank you. Thank you. And next time, decline our damn request. Because I don't want to go to that piece of shit no more. If they don't try to do something with a renovation, you know what? I did have a hard line about me donating and doing anything, but I'm starting to change my stance because somebody got to help that shit. Somebody got to do something, and why not me? I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for the motherfuckers. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe, and it has to be sports specific because the football, getting the stadium built is gonna be too much. We got to start small. The gym. They came out talking about they trying to raise 80,000. 80,000. What's that gonna do? They can't even replace the floor. The bathrooms look like, you remember when you was in elementary school, and you went to the bathroom and it looked almost prison-ish. That's how they bathroom. They concession stand. The volleyball team had concession stand set up in front of the bathroom. In front of the men's bathroom, y'all. Fuck it. Am I lying?
Crazy. Couldn't believe.
Am I lying?
Crazy.
Come on now.
Oh my God.
First of all, no. I'm not doing it justice. I'm not painting the picture. You had to walk around the concession table to get to the hallway where the bathroom is.
You got it all off your chest, Marlo?
And they had hot dogs pre-wrapped and popcorn.
Pre-wrapped hot dogs is crazy.
Am I lying?
So Marlo, you should have said. So you saying that this game should have been at Mainland or at Seabreeze?
It could have been at Daytona State, which is a beautiful campus, which is right down the street from BC.
And that's a junior college, right?
Yeah. Well, now it's just a college. It used to be a junior college.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I was informed today. Well, I saw a article pop up that Florida A&M is going to partner with North Florida College to allow students who get their AA admission into Florida A&M. Now,
absolutely, all public schools.
That's what I was asking. Like, this ain't no partnership if the state,
college,
community colleges,
they do it as a pipeline now. Like Valencia, if you take a program, say you want to do engineering, you go 2 years, get your AA at Valencia, you are automatically accepted into the engineering program at UCF.
Okay, all right. That's what
there is no application you have to apply. You automatically just roll over and start taking UCF classes, and they give you $5,000 a year because you have your AA.
Ain't bad.
That's what's up.
They're the bad trade-off for real.
Yeah, and it's all in-state, so you don't pay out-of-state tuition. Once you get your AA, it's in-state tuition, and they give you a scholarship.
Okay.
Like, these kids don't understand the tools they have. That, like, when I was in school, you better been good at something. You people need to have some money.
So, but that was just that popped up on the timeline. But getting back to
and another. Nah, I ain't gonna keep going. I could. But I did.
Might as well keep beating the dead horse.
That horse ain't dead. They still around there moving. We need to do an exorcism.
We done spent 20 minutes on this. Also today, the women's first and second team All-Americans came out. And feel free to go to ESPN and look up who's on the list. You know, Juju was the player of the year. Paige Beckers is on the first team. However, this young lady here, Miss Latson from Florida State, leading the nation in scoring, not on the first team All-American. Absolutely insane. Insane.
Man, you know who be picking these damn teams. It's all political.
It's all based on it be based on hype because she wasn't like preseason favorite to lead the country in scoring.
But wait a minute, didn't she cook Hannah Hidalgo, and Hannah Hidalgo's on the first team All-American team, right? Like, she cooked her.
When I tell you that first team, second team, all that is a political show. That's all it is. It's a political show. Like, most of these girls, if you look at the landscape of all of college basketball, it's a lot of people that probably didn't make that first team list that should have been there, who got way better numbers than the people that's on it.
We have a young lady who is up for Defensive Player of the Year. Didn't sniff second team.
Who's that?
See, I'll be messing up people's names. Hold on.
I'm surprised Madison Booker didn't make first team.
Telling you, you can go down the list of the snubs and make a very good case for them.
Like, Chloe Kidd's not making it either. That's crazy. From South Carolina. Of course, Paige and Juju, automatic right there. Those two are automatic first team. Like, then to put
that center for UCLA make it?
Yeah, she's first team All-American.
Now, what about the two guards for Notre Dame?
Hannah she made first team. That's why I was like, didn't Latson cook Hidalgo when they played against each other?
30 points.
Okay.
Beat them in South Bend.
And then, like I said, Madison Booker not making first team, but she's second team when she had to pretty much be the scorer, facilitator, and defensive player for a Lady Longhorn team right there. They are top 5. Like they flirted with being number 1 in the nation for like a couple of weeks. Come on.
Hell, they beat South Carolina.
They beat South Carolina, but then South Carolina beat them in the SEC final. But another one that could have been first team, but she's on second team, is the freshman from UConn, Sarah Strong.
Strong, yeah, she's second team.
Yeah,
second team, and
she could have been first team
of the year.
Yeah,
I think she's freshman of the year.
She's freshman of the year.
So, but it's just, again, feel free to research. We got a lot we got to get to today, but ESPN will give you the whole list. Understand why Florida State sued the ACC, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So Duke struggled today with Georgia Tech. They pulled it out, but Cooper Flagg is injured. I do not know the extent of his injury, but he was in a wheelchair. Now, unless he did a
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless he shitted on himself and they rolled him out. You know. But
if he's hurt, the Dukies are in a world of trouble.
They was in trouble if he was healthy.
No. They real loaded.
They loaded, but they have a chemistry problem, which was apparent today. The reason they were struggling before Cooper got hurt is because Knipple wants to be the man.
Every team in college basketball has a chemistry problem because these kids are not staying. There is no more 4-year starters. There is no more people staying for the long haul. They are definitely running to greener pastures. You look at i.e. Kentucky teams.
Hold on, hear me out. Hear me out for a second.
Marlo got a point. You build chemistry during the summer, and if over the summer your point guard is getting ready for the draft, and your center finna transfer to his third school,
what kind of chemistry do you have?
Yeah, chemistry
unless you are quote unquote in a
UConn,
like a UConn. Because Gino don't play. I don't think Gino play that shit.
If you look at it, the women, I cannot name a women's sport that is having the portal issues that men's sports are.
No.
I'm looking, like you said, like at Gino. I don't think Gino has had no transfers, and I think Dawn has only had one, and that was Sanaya Rivers at North Carolina State. Now,
because she probably wasn't going to see the flow.
No, I think that team just didn't fit her, and that's okay.
But here's the thing, though: when you look at it, when you talk about chemistry, you only see that now in the mid majors because there's not a lot of kids that's going to be transferring like that in mid major, in the mid major basketball. Now, I just other than watching my Lady Tigers spank Grambling today, really wasn't spanking, but it was a hard fought, ugly ass game. That game was so ugly, it looked like Wanda and Sinead was out there playing. I was tuned in to another game on the women's side, which was my other school I went to, Stephen F. Austin, and Southeast Louisiana, and they were playing in the Southland Conference Final. Hey, one team trying to get there and try to get to the dance, be their second time, and the other one has been a mainstay in the dance, trying to get there in their 19th appearance. The latter one, they about to make their 19th appearance, and guess what? If I'm looking at that team, and I'm looking at their out of conference schedule, and then I look at what they did in conference, and putting in no more than like a 11 or a 12. And the same thing should go with Norfolk State women. I think
knew you was leading to that, and I'm right behind you. I believe.
I want them to be a 12 seed, and they're gonna win 30 games for the first time in, I think, in school history, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have them as a 11 seed because that team is good. That team fucking good. Like, seriously.
So what we saw, what everybody that the predictors were saying between 11 and 13. That's what everybody's predicting.
Now let's get to this.
But finally, though, because the 16s, them being the 16 seed is disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful
to HBCU basketball programs that actually go out and play big teams every year.
It is. Here's what's funny, right? So I've been telling the lighter shade of people that I know that look. I know y'all like to, be on the gambling apps. When that tournament roll around, Norfolk State, they're gonna be between a 13 and 11 seed. They're gonna win their first round matchup. I don't know what bracket they're gonna be in, what region they're gonna be in. That's gonna determine what they do after that. But that first game, if they're in the right region, they can make a run. But that first game,
who's the first four? Who's the first four that's going to get the number one seeds? Because I know overall, I think the number one overall seed going to be South Carolina.
They gonna try, but they gonna try and play in their face over that loss. But everybody lost to everybody this year.
Yeah, like, or you can say UCLA. But remember, their two losses were to USC in conference.
Everybody lost. This is like, bro, this is honestly one of them years. South Carolina lost to UCLA early, and then they lost to Texas.
Didn't they play UConn too?
I'm missing like two more losses.
Yeah.
Didn't they play
They
UConn?
lost to Texas. They lost to UConn.
Yeah.
They lost to UConn.
Hold on.
But then Texas.
Hold on. Time out. We got some craziness in the chat. Eldot, if they are a 14 seed, we riot.
We riot.
We riot.
Oh, bro, no. If they're 14, we riding that dawn for real. If they're 14, we riding that dawn. Because what does that mean?
That means that
not just for women, but for men as well. What that mean? The HBCU teams got to go undefeated. Come on, bro. Stop it.
Like, so these are the teams that are on the bubble. Just so you know. Georgia Tech, Indiana, Nebraska, Oregon, Iowa State, Washington, Princeton, and Harvard. There isn't a single team that I just named that should be in over Norfolk State. Not Nan.
In the tournament?
And that's in the tournament. None of those, I'm sorry.
Yeah, those the bubble teams.
Well, it's already written that Norfolk State's gonna win the whole thing, the whole MEAC tournament, regardless. And they could go back up play against Howard in the tournament final and beat them and still get in. But if they lose,
they cannot lose.
They cannot lose.
Hey, bro said we're delusional.
No, we're not. Hey, bro, we're not delusional. I'm telling you, you're looking at a team that's 20. No, you're looking at a team that's 29-4. They have ran through the whole MEAC conference the last
3 years, no, 4 years to be exact. Let's go back 4 years. The first 2 years they were a 16 seed. Then they disrespected them by sending them all the way to California to go play Stanford. And then what was they seed last year? They were a 15 seed last year.
Yep. Yeah, and then, but in both times, I think they have played SC twice, and both times Don Staley has said to the NCAA to stop disrespecting that team. Both times, even when they played Stanford, the great Tara Vanderbilt was like, "That ain't no 16 seed." So all of the basketball minds that everybody love and revere in women's basketball are saying, "Y'all, this team is not a 16 seed, but we delusional though."
Right now, Bracketology have them listed as an ascending 13. Like I said, between 11 and 13, they're an ascending 13, and they have an automatic qualifier. The 16 seeds are Southern. Did Southern lose?
Southern, the women's?
Yeah.
No, they won. They won yesterday against Valley.
Okay, all right. So Southern is a 16. North Carolina A&T is a 16. There's absolutely no way on God's green earth Norfolk State is a
Norfolk
16.
State. The only reason why,
and I'm SWAC, but Norfolk State would run Southern women out of the gym.
They would. Now I'm gonna tell you this: the reason why we was a 14 seed last year. They paired us against UConn, and they thought they was doing us a favor because UConn was out like 6-7 players. No, that was the best coach game that I seen Gino had in his whole entire career at UConn.
Because he couldn't lose. He could not lose to a team from Jackson, Mississippi.
He couldn't lose. He couldn't lose to that woman. That woman who,
no other loss in his career would top him losing to a team in Jackson. He would have
had to retire.
He would have retired that Monday. He would have been done. Gino didn't have no choice but to win that game. I will tell you, I got off work that day. I was sitting in home runs. Home runs up off Capitol Circle. I was sitting at home runs watching the game, and I was like, Coach Reed, I need a run because you're going to let this get out of hand. I need a run. You're going to let this get out of hand. And they could not put a run together. Aaliyah Edwards went insane on defense that night. They only had 6 players. They only had 6. And I'm like, hey, you're going to have to bully somebody and get somebody in foul trouble, and y'all will pull it out. Jackson State didn't go down without swinging, though.
No, because we wanted to make it a game. We didn't want to get lose by no damn 30 to a depleted team that only had 7 players on the team, man.
Right.
We wanted to make at least something like shit. We can't.
So here are some signature wins of Norfolk State. They beat Missouri November the 10th, 57-54. By the way, almost all of these first games is on the road. They beat Long Island. They beat Hampton. They beat Radford 71-65. They beat UNCCW 71-52. They lost to Washington State. Remember, on the road. What was that? I think Washington. Yeah, no, Washington State came to them. They lost to Washington State 68-60. They beat Wyoming 56-47. They beat Drexel 68-56. They not
the only
just
blowout
loss.
What the only blowout loss they had was to North Carolina.
Yeah, 90-47.
And then they lost to Green Bay, which I thought they could have won that game.
55-54.
There you go.
But didn't they play them in Green Bay though?
They played them in
Green Bay. Listen,
Green Bay is one of them schools that you forget is there. but they can be very dangerous at the wrong time in the year. Green Bay, the men are the same way. You will forget that school is there, and then here they come tournament time.
Yeah, what's going on, King? But yeah, no, I want to make sure that we're not gonna talk about Norfolk State like we talk about a lot of other schools. We're gonna talk about Norfolk State the same way we talk about a North Carolina, South Carolina. We're gonna talk about them because they are the queens of HBCU basketball right now.
I reckon last year, I think we only lost 7 games last year. I think that was either 6 or 7 games last year. That was one of the best team. I think that was the best team that Tamika Reed had last year.
Speaking of Coach Reed, did the 49ers
and had they not
win?
got matched up against UConn, I thoroughly believe they would have won that first round.
We would have won the first round game. Oh yeah, Coach Reed winning her first 2 tournament games.
Yeah, one. They
and then got waxed.
Hey, was 23 for Charlotte. Didn't she play for Jackson State last year?
What's her name?
Hold on, I'm finna get it because I watched that first round game and I'm like, hey, I don't know where she came from, but she's serious.
You talking about Madison Rochelle?
Yeah, she was on the team last year.
Yeah, she from Jackson.
She's on the team last year. Now let's get to how, since we on the women's game, right? Let's get to how people wrote us off, said that we were gonna finish damn near next to last in a whole conference, and we're going to the semifinals.
I thoroughly believe that's called Coach Reed took everything.
took the goddamn wheels off the bus and everything, bro.
But hold on. Everything. It ain't like y'all got a bum coach from Timbuktu somewhere. Y'all.
We not saying I'm not saying Coach Richards is bad. It's them Alabama and them folks that was in their goddamn feelings. And then guess what?
Them people were mad, boy.
Them folks were mad. Not only were they mad because we beat them twice. We beat them once because they was one of the games where we played them once.
Them people were mad.
They were mad. And then that was like where Coach Fisher ain't never got out of the first. She ain't never got out of the quarterfinals of the tournament, right? That's what she did. She got out of the quarterfinals of the tournament with 14 brand new players on the squad. I'm talking about everything. Like like you said, Tamika took everything. She took the wheels off the bus. She took the whole bathroom. She took the toilet paper.
I'm talking about normally coaches leave might take one coach. She took
she took everybody. So I said this the other day. I was talking to my group chat. I said, Dawn she ain't never got out of either the quarterfinal or the semifinal round of the SWAC tournament. And what happened today? She got beat in the quarterfinal round.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. Understand I'm saying this because it is current news that is happening right now. Y'all pray for me when I get done saying this. Bethune-Cookman is up 19-13. Hopefully Marlo didn't.
I mean, I ain't gonna react. Cause y'all know what I'm thinking.
Fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Irritating.
Fuck.
But you guys are absolutely right. This has been a year. Like even on the men's side, this has been a year when we go to SWAC Media Day, football, basketball, softball, we're going to have to rethink our thought processes on how we start picking teams to finish. And I think what the SIDs and the coaches pick it, right?
Yeah, SIDs and coaches.
It's got to be some thought process into this, because these are two teams that was picked to finish damn near dead last, and I think both of them was picked just over Valley.
And what MJ said, I took that personally.
It's a coach in Atlanta right now that's looking for players, and I think Marlo, we found him one. I ain't gonna say who he is, but he in the hometown, and it looked like he is uncommitted, and he tall, he rangy, and he shoot 43% from 3. Somebody got to call him quick.
Don't let Mo Williams get a hand on him.
Ain't nobody gonna see them smoke signals till I know it's safe. I'm not mentioning. And here go the messed up part, right? Here go the messed up part. He's 6'8". There's a 7'1" dude on that squad that is already signed and committed out of state. So now I'm looking at Florida State head basketball coach sideways, like, why I don't see nothing that say he
didn't I say this to you 2 weeks ago? That coach that y'all had for 30 years let multiple players leave this area and go elsewhere and go unsigned.
That's what Florida State coaches do.
Leonard Hamilton did that. You can't tell me when nobody out of Quincy Shanks the last 30 years unworthy of playing ball for Florida State.
So
he let my god brother. Lick can't. Lick was out of there. Lick was left before. But hell, this area let my god brother leave Quincy State and Quincy Shanks and go play ball for Alabama and for Alabama State in the 90s. This ain't nothing new.
I ain't saying I'm trying to settle old scores, but when Luke Lux had his press conference, there was a Pat Kennedy signing, and I'm trying to figure out who let him in the fucking building. If you know what I know, he should never be allowed around Florida State no more. It's a reason his career went a very different way. Man had a national championship squad and lost to Bobby. Shut up, Troy. All right. Woo. New me, better Troy.
Today?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I am a better me today. Yesterday.
That's the goal when you wake up in the morning. That gotta be the goal. Your mindset and mantra to be a better you today.
Should be a better you every day.
I commend you, sir.
I have been very well behaved this off season. You ain't seen no fire the coach signs. You ain't seen me hoping that
that's because that horse is dead.
Oh my God! Did
he
just say that in real life?
He did.
That horse been dead since last off season.
This is the same dude that up there talking about, yes, the AD is gone. Now we can get rid of the coach.
He said that. Play the clip.
And you talking about something you haven't been.
Receipts for you.
This is hilarious. See, I'm glad you don't root for my team. Shit.
I ain't got Willie came in. You.
FIU, don't let him get on y'all bandwagon. Don't let him do it. Don't let him on board. Don't y'all do it.
So
No.
I'm talking from experience.
Listen. I have nothing bad to say about FIU. I hope their coach is very successful. Because at the first sign that option ain't working in Doak Campbell Stadium at Bobby Bowden Field.
There you go.
The first phone call.
Here you go.
Oh, no, I want that man within 15 feet of Leon County. Leave him down there in Miami. Matter of fact, when something open elsewhere, LSU, Missouri, call him up there. Kentucky, they probably gonna need a football coach here very soon. Call him somewhere else. He can lead a state. Bye, Willie. Go terrorize somebody else. Leave us alone.
Cause he come up there and beat y'all.
You talking about bringing it back to? Are you okay?
And he come up there and beat y'all in Tallahassee.
Are you okay?
Hey, Jamal, and he come back up to Tallahassee. On over the what street? What street is Florida State on? Gaines Street?
No, that's Champions Way. That's Champions Way.
It's on the stadium on Gaines. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So he go on Gaines Street and commence the waxing ass against them Seminoles. Yeah, y'all.
He ain't gonna be able to lead the parking lot. He ain't gonna be able to lead the parking
lot.
He ain't gonna be able to lead the parking lot. Me,
Norvell gonna be like, damn, I should have stayed at Memphis.
In the parking lot, hashing out a contract. He ain't gonna be able to leave.
Matter
of fact, he shouldn't have been. When we was in North Carolina, when we was at Durham, he shouldn't have been allowed to get to his car in Durham. The moment that clock struck 12, Ski Mask should have been at his car.
Hey, Jamal,
his wife.
Jamal, boy, he come up there and beat Florida State, man. Norvell gonna be like, damn, I should have stayed in Memphis.
I'm flipping all this shit over.
Disclaimer: I am not rooting against him at all. I'm not. I honestly, I want him to go undefeated. I want him to beat everybody. I just don't want his next coaching job to be in Tallahassee. That's all.
Ooh, that would be.
That's it.
That would be poet.
He go anywhere else but Tallahassee.
That'd be poetic justice right there.
It would be. That's why I'm forever root against it. Hey, somebody call that woo lady.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh man. All right.
Definitely get paid, black man. Be successful. Don't bring your ass back home. Stay away.
But
I'm supposed to go down there and see him in a couple weeks too.
You just go?
Yeah, they
know everybody.
That's his God, bro.
Everybody. So
they're my tight boy, God brother.
Gotcha.
But that being said, moving right along. Matter of fact, we're gonna get to a quick promo real quick because I feel like we need a good promo real quick. So we'll run a real quick promo and be right back. So professionally, get your dollars, dog. Get paid. I want you to get all your money.
Have y'all not been seeing Tom Brady when they don't make the playoffs? I mean, when he's not in the Super Bowl, he's commentating the week of, talking.
The
when
numbers
it's in the
go
off
crazy.
season, he got his hair. Look, I said a long time ago, Tom Brady ain't a football player. That's a model.
That's Mr. Giselle. I mean,
that's
come on,
Mr.
man.
Giselle. And like,
damn, this man is.
He been
what more do he have to do to be a man?
I'm sorry. Let's not do
He
that.
is a boy,
hold on. Let's not act like he was a little chubby around the waist until he met Giselle. Because when he was with that actress, he wasn't working out like that. He wasn't eating like that. He got with Giselle. He started eating right.
Oh man! So he wasn't winning Super Bowl.
I'm talking about he doing Pilates and shit and plyometrics. He doing all. Come on,
hey,
man.
look, I'm gonna say it like this: Tom Brady made a transformation at some point in his professional career. He went from "I'll have her home by 11" to "She called me daddy too."
That shit is still funny. That shit is still funny.
Oh man, that shit funny, man.
Listen, it is perfectly okay for people to know you as your spouse and not necessarily you. Case in point, neighbor lady is still looking for a job. Matter of fact, he looking in Cleveland.
Who?
Oh, Mr. Sierra.
Mr. Sierra Wilson.
Hey, if I was him, I would retire and go play baseball. And like he can't, it's not like he can't play. He has played summer league. He has played summer league twice. I would just retire and go play baseball. You can play baseball for 5 years.
How old is Russell Wilson? Ain't he like 35, 36 years old?
I think he like 35.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That baseball dream done, bro. You
But
might be Sierra's husband. That's it. And make
he still got a home though, bro. Baseball man. How old was Kurt Warner when he retired? 40 what?
Ooh, he was like 40.
Not Kurt Warner, Kurt Schillings.
He was like damn near 45. Hell, I think what's the name played longer than that. Mr. Beat 'em up. What?
I mean, I think
played till 46.
Noah Ryan played till he was like 40, 47, 48.
Yep. So and he got drafted. He got drafted by both.
You remember he got drafted in the 60s.
No. I'm saying Russell got drafted.
Yeah.
He got drafted.
He got drafted.
He got drafted into MLB too. He chose. I thought he was crazy. Then I'm like, bro, I would. Baseball, me please. They play longer, the checks bigger, and the money more, and the money guaranteed. Baseball, me please.
And then the narrative around that North Carolina State squad, when I forget what Bill O'Brien was the head coach, I think it was, who brought in Mike Glennon. Hey, Marlo, how you like Mike Glennon? Anyway,
but yeah.
So they brought in Mike Glennon and told Russell, "Yo, we gonna roll with Mike." Okay.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien believes in these big, strong arm quarterbacks that ain't got no type of damn movement, got bricks for feet, and you see what happened when he was at Houston.
Oh my God. I didn't.
We saw what happened when
he wasn't me, TP.
Don't get me started.
For you, I was like, why in the fuck would you give up DeAndre Hopkins for a piece of goddamn dirty ass chicken and a heifer from goddamn Cincinnati? Why would you do that? Why would you give up? Why would you give up on your whole team? Why would you make all these moves? I don't know. I think Bill O'Brien was on crack or something.
I'm finna go get my tea real quick because I'm gonna give TP his minute to say how he feels.
I feel bad for you, TP. I feel bad for you. We from the same state, man. I feel bad. I was like, damn, Houston and Dallas could have got, man, we could have ran the whole state in football. But Bill O'Brien, old funky ass, want to give up half a goddamn team for some hoes on Cincinnati or something like that.
Whew. Hey, I wouldn't if he regret that though.
Like, he gotta regret it.
I wouldn't if he regrets any of it but does he really? Because he went to NC State and did the same thing. You ran out of young Russell Wilson for a dude that did absolutely nothing. For Russell to go to Wisconsin of all places and cook niggas
for 1 year. 1 year. I would have rolled Russell into some bonus and some incentive money that year. Cause they would have got a good bowl spot. I would have rolled him. Hey, keep throwing, bro. I about to say Russell Wilson went to the damn Rose Bowl that year. He went to the Rose Bowl that year too.
Mm-hmm.
He certainly did with Wisconsin.
The only Wisconsin quarterback that can throw in the snow.
And wasn't JJ Watt on that team too?
And you calling this man Mr. Maybelline. Neighbor lady.
Oh, that's his name. Problem is he don't care about people calling him that. That man don't care. If I was married to Sierra, I wouldn't care neither. Call me what you want to call me. You can't call me broke, and you can't call my old lady ugly. Now what?
I done told Marlo this several times.
That's a French product.
Well, hey, let's get to this. At least he ain't Iman Shumpert, and this nigga got robbed by his now ex-wife Tiana Taylor.
Hold on. He signed the prenup. He put the cheating clause in,
and then cheated.
So you deserve to get robbed.
Hey, have the day that you deserve when you put the cheating clause in there, and then you get.
That's another one I wouldn't even mess with. That I wouldn't leave right there.
I can't look at that young lady the same because I seen her Sweet 16 thing on MTV, so I can't look at her. I look at her
fine
like
is
a
fine.
16.
I understand, but fine is fine.
And she can dance, just like Sierra.
This might be a sidebar. Have you ever seen her twerk?
Say what now?
Who?
Google Sierra and Meg Thee Stallion twerking.
Oh,
Meg one.
Yeah.
Oh, you have not seen this. Just Google that shit. Like that is some. It's an art form.
Quality TV.
Oh my gosh.
Quality TV.
They say green tea is good for you, so I'm gonna keep drinking that green tea.
I'm just saying. It's crazy.
And
they did it outside, like in an alley.
Wait a minute. So all them episodes where I talked about Khalees in Africa, that was bad. But this is
we were in my defense, we were talking about Sierra and her dancing. Twerking is a dance form.
I mean, but have you seen Khalees Grill Estate though?
I ain't seen it.
It's on one of them social medias. I can't remember the name, but
she be on Instagram walking next to shark infested waters.
Wow.
In Zambia, somewhere in the jungles with the lions and whatnot. And again, I don't ever think I'm gonna ever jump in that water, but I think I need to go to Zambia just to see. Please understand that if you look at the replay of this episode and you don't see the segment, understand I had to do what I had to do.
Wow.
Officer Mrs. got you. I got you.
That's That's,
like
I done reached this point in my life where I give zeros. So
we know
how many years you been married, Marlo?
Too damn many.
See,
that man said too damn many.
You know what? We're gonna change the subject. We're gonna change the subject because I don't want Miss Dickens pushing up on me in the street.
Don't ask me no questions. I tell you no lie.
But man, all right. So these free agent signings, apparently, people think Buffalo is going to the Super Bowl because they signed a dude who can't never stay healthy, and he's supposed to stay healthy in the cold and rush the passer, which he ain't doing that really good of a job when he healthy now. Also, him and his brother, MAGA supporters, and they ain't played well since the brother put the hat on national TV.
Which one? Bosa's?
Yeah, the Bosa's.
Yeah, the Bosa's. You know, I mean, Buffalo might be because Buffalo kind of liberal, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I don't think
New
they're
York.
gonna fare too well. I don't think they're gonna fare too well in Buffalo. Not with that anyway.
Well, not only
we'll
that,
see.
What is San Francisco doing? Are they trying to tank?
I talked about it on Tuesday. I talked about it on Tuesday.
What happened with San Fran?
They done got rid of everybody.
So has Philly.
The boogeyman came to town. He messed up.
Who did Philly get rid of that they don't miss?
That what?
Nobody.
Who did Philly get rid of that they don't miss?
I know they cut Darius Slade. They let Chauncey
Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson go.
Josh Sweat went to Arizona.
But it's not like when they get into the draft, when they go into the draft, it's not like they're gonna draft a whole nother defensive front. You still got Jordan Davis as a big man, plug in the middle. You still got, Brandon Graham he's gone, he's retired. He did the Jerome Bettis go out in the sunset. But if you still got your core, which is Jalen, Saquon, and AJ, and you sprinkle in Devontae,
wait,
you can still win.
Didn't they bring in Hopkins?
Yep.
Yeah. Hopkins went to the Ravens.
The Ravens, yeah.
Yep.
Why I thought it was in there. Okay.
You really gave up, if San Fran, you really gave up Deebo Samuels for a ham sandwich.
Do y'all understand the next two drafts? Philly has 20 draft picks.
Yep.
You know what they're doing? They stockpile draft picks like how Danny Ainge stockpiles draft picks with the Boston Celtics.
Don't be surprised if the pick is Malachi Starks. They might have to go up and get him, but we know how they feel about Georgia players.
As long as they can keep them out of cards in Georgia players are all right.
Out of cards.
Sound like Gator fans. I'm sorry. I got to do better. That was terrible. My bad, y'all. That was terrible.
Just buy a Sprinter van and tell all of them that's how they getting around.
Because
hey, I gotta go to the store. Call the Sprinter. You don't drive. Call the Sprinter.
Georgia could never do what Texas do and give their players Lamborghinis. Oh my God. It'll be $3 billion of wrecked Lambos all over the place. But so I gotta ask y'all, how y'all feel about Mason Rudolph going back to the Steelers?
Cue up Myles Garrett in that helmet.
Cue the footage.
Cue the footage. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Oh my God. I should, but I'm trying to be a better person. I should, but I'm trying to be a better person. Look for
Whack-a-mole Mason Rudolph.
Looking for it in the clips. Again, the Raiders signed Mostert. We need a running back, but we do need a third down back, so he can be the third down back.
So how many teams does that make for Mostert?
A lot of teams that he done been on.
Browns, Dolphins, 49ers, Bears.
He the young Frank Gore. That's what he is.
When he on with the Lions? When he with the Lions?
Nah.
You sure? I thought he was with the Lions.
Nah, he never played for the Lions.
Probably played for everybody else though.
Hey, yo, that was diabolical.
But I'm trying to figure out what the Steelers are doing because they got a receiving core with no quarterback. And if they sign,
what their draft position look like this year?
I don't think they're good. Hold on.
I don't think they're good.
Because they keep.
I mean, honestly, when they got rid of Russ, I thought that meant they was gonna hold on to Fields because again, I think Fields and DK Metcalf would have been a fire combo.
I don't think Fields gave them an opportunity.
No. But the Jets, though?
Maybe he just want to start fresh. But I think, man, at the same time, though, if I'm Pittsburgh.
21st pick, by the way.
That ain't horrible.
All the quarterbacks gonna be gone.
Yeah. I mean, they only signed to 2 years, $8 million, so
who?
I don't think they Mason.
Talking about Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, I don't think they bought him there to necessarily start.
No, he's not a starter. He ain't never been a starter.
He doesn't fill up the depth charts right now.
Yeah, he should have never been a starter when he was at Oklahoma State. I said that.
You know what? I'm gonna take time out my day to insult the mullet because I hope all the bad things in life happen to the mullet and only but the mullet. The only reason that man ever had a job as long as he did is because T. Boone Pickens was alive. T. Boone is dead, and they're ready to get rid of that man. Let him go 500 again this year. Let him go. That mullet gonna be drug out of Oklahoma, kicking and screaming. If anybody has been a DEI hire, it's been that man. You know, the man, he 40. That dude.
Nah, yeah. That wasn't no DEI hire right there. That was a nepotism hire right there.
He don't. I understand he played well with the greatest running back in the history of college football.
Nope, the two greatest running backs in the history of college football. He had Thurman Thomas for 1 year and Barry Sanders for the same time, and then Thurman left to go to the draft, and then he had Barry Sanders who had the greatest season as a running back.
Do you know how easy your job got to be back then in college football just to hand the ball off? They wasn't even running the option. He was just handing the ball off and watching. I ain't gonna get hit. I don't think he had games where his jersey wasn't dirty. Ain't nobody touch him. They play action pass. Everybody's running with Barry. So yeah, I hope
his record is 169-88 since he's been a head coach at Oklahoma State. That is the only job that he has ever had as a head coach.
Wow.
Again.
Wow.
T. Boone put so much into that program, and that man did not deliver him. He didn't even deliver him a national championship appearance.
Nope. He delivered him one Big 12 championship and one Big 12 South Division championship. That was in 2010. He also has 3 Big 12 Coach of the Year awards, 2010, 21, and then 23. He got the Paul Bear Bryant Award in 2011, the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year Award in 2011, and then his playing career, he was second team All Big 8 in 1988. Second team All Big 8. That means that you're going up against your rival, which is in Norman, Oklahoma, in OU, you dealing with a Nebraska team that says you can kiss my ass, and let's not forget where you got a up and coming Colorado team with Bill McCarthy that was getting ready to win the national championship in the next couple of years after that. Come on,
this man has been granted the grace of Jesus Christ. There is no way. He has been granted more grace than Mike Norvell.
When people talk about good coaches and good stuff, you got to throw Mike Norvell's name in it. Ain't nobody talking about his ass.
You want him to crash out. You want to see a crash out.
He is. He's trying. Definitely trying. I ain't gonna do it.
He wants to crash out. I'm convinced.
So bad.
I'm just saying.
It'll make the show.
I'm just saying.
They were running down the list of programs that have done some things. And your school went and hired a coach from Memphis who by the way, didn't win shit in Memphis. Gave him the keys to the McLaren, and he went mudding with it.
I ain't gonna do it.
I make you do it.
No, you gotta admit, they won something in Memphis, but he should not have had that job at Florida State.
He should never had the job. Who should have had the job at Florida State at the good old Jimbo left the program? Who should have had the job at the good old Jimbo left the program? And not even Willie Tackle. Willie Tackle didn't even deserve that job either.
So
they weren't gonna get Dion.
No, I'm just saying.
But that's the thing with Florida State, though. Like they hired two coaches that necessarily weren't ready. Like I don't think I'm not entitled.
Jimbo wasn't ready.
Have been a long-term option had they gave him the opportunity, but they fans not built like that, which is why they got their teeth kicked in this year. They deserve it.
Absolutely. And they hired a coach that lost more than Willie Taggart.
And had nobody said a word.
Yeah, let's go.
It was his first season.
No. I'm not gonna say that.
So
been a lot.
You have said a word. You have said a word. But the powers that buyout money at 12 o'clock at night hadn't said shit.
Hey, hold on, Troy. Before you say something. He was at Memphis. His record at Memphis was above 500. I'm just put it out there. It was above 500. Let me go ahead and get my
UCF until to that Milton boy got hurt. Mackenzie Milton. Until he got hurt, because remember, Mackenzie Milton had the fake national championship.
Let's do this. Mike Norvell was at Memphis for 4 years. That man was 38-15 at Memphis. His predecessor right now, Ryan Silverfield, been at Memphis for 4 years. He's 32-19. Silverfield's gonna have he's gonna have a better season this coming up season as the head coach of the Memphis Tigers than Mike Norvell is going to have as the head coach of the Florida State Seminoles.
All right, now I'm going to crash out. Let me tell you something that's going to happen.
Before you go there, Mike Norvell been at Florida State since 2020, since COVID year, right? He is 71-42 and he's 1-4 in bowl games.
But y'all should have played in the national championship, though. Florida State should have played in the national championship, and it was unfair. We're going to lead the ACC because everybody being mean to us.
Wait a minute. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
And go.
I see
So
what you're doing.
so check this. So check this out though, because Florida State was a good team, not this past season, but the year before. What can we say that they won't be back as at least a decent team going into next year? Because
they haven't addressed the quarterback issue. They haven't addressed their lack of ability to move the ball on offense. They haven't recruited. They're not even in the top 20 in recruiting this year.
Oh damn!
Like they
fired everybody though.
They got rid of the offensive coordinator. They hired the offensive coordinator, head coach from University of South Florida or Central Florida, who didn't win shit this season either.
Yeah, y'all might be trash again. My bad.
But they fired the OC who took the bullet for Mike Norvell. That's the wild part. The man took the bullet for Mike Norvell, and then you fired him.
I think this all depends on how well DJ comes out and plays this season. If he plays like he did last year,
let's be honest.
DJ gone, ain't he?
No, DJ gone. No, DJ gone. It's the starting quarterback as of right now is the BC quarterback, Castellanos. I forget his.
Oh, y'all did get Castellanos.
I forgot
Castellanos. We will not.
You know he can't. You know he can't throw, right?
That's why I said we are option team. We are not.
It is hilarious. It is getting better by the minute.
Oh man, keep it going. No. Did y'all watch the BC Florida State game?
Yeah,
this is gonna be epic.
That was an ass
not
right
you,
there.
Troy. Me and you was talking during the game. I'm talking about everybody else. Did y'all see
that was an ass whooping.
Yo, and what did Castellanos do? He ran the ball.
And then they went and got it for a quarterback. That is the utmost utter disrespect as a head coach.
We got Gus Miles on to be our offensive coordinator. And since we run the option, we need to go get an option quarterback. And
that was the best
work for him though.
And that was the best y'all could do.
Not work for him at UCF.
It did not work. Maybe because of talent. But I don't think UCF had that bad of talent on the roster.
They did not. They had plenty of speed.
Let's remember this too.
They had better talent than Florida State currently.
No, here you go. It didn't
work
when
crazy.
He was at Auburn. Let's remember that. It didn't even work when he was at Auburn.
Yeah, Cam.
He did have Cam.
That was a long time ago.
I'm talking about after Cam. I ain't talking about.
I'm about to say, but Cam, you don't get a QB like Cam Newton often.
That's
a Cam Newton come around once every 20 years.
Yeah, honestly. And had Florida not
I know that.
He would have never ended up at Auburn.
And we all know why. We know why he ended up at Auburn. We know why.
Because
they was over there. They was over there praying in Florida instead of practicing and getting ready for games.
Yeah, but nah, the way they tried to get that man up out of there was dumb. They tried to say he stole a laptop.
No, I know. They gonna use whatever they can to discredit a black man. We know that.
And then the reason why the only reason why he went to Auburn because Urban Meyer told him he was like he wrote off on it like you can't go to my rivals, you can't go to anything in the SEC East. Of course, the issue with the Mississippi State thing where they say they paid his daddy $200,000 to get him over there. You know, that crashed and burned in the Bulldogs' face too. But
Urban Meyer was the biggest piece of shit coaching college football has seen.
And to come out this, remember Cam even said this himself. He said in order to spite Urban Meyer and everything, that's the reason why he went JUCO. And that's the reason why he came. He came all the way from Gainesville, Florida, to little old Brenham, Texas, to go to Blinn Junior College, and won a national championship there at Blinn.
And then won a national championship
at Auburn.
At Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn.
So, that's what kind of character Urban Meyer had.
But now I've been trashing Mike Norvell when Urban Meyer is the same person, just taller. They got Urban Meyer out of Utah.
So Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer wins a natty in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goes to Ohio State.
He won two of them things at Florida.
Yeah, he won two. Then he goes to Ohio State, and then couldn't he beat Michigan?
Y'all forgetting how he won the natties in Florida. Those were Ron Zook recruited teams.
Yeah, they were Ron Zooks.
And
Ron not only that,
coach his way out of a paper bag. But you want to know what he could do?
He recruited his ass.
He did the same thing. They fired him out of Florida. He went to Illinois. He had Juice Williams in Illinois and couldn't win nothing.
But you going to the Big Ten though. You go. It was the Big Ten, and you think like you go to Illinois. You think you got a team, but hey, you had Juice Williams, Aurelius Ben. You had a decent squad.
But Mendenhall, exactly. The man.
But you go to a conference that has Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. You are already the underdog. I don't care how well your recruiting class is. Those three recruit better. I don't care how good you think you recruited.
But they went to the Orange Bowl. They not went to the Orange Bowl. They went to the. Didn't they go to the Rose Bowl that year?
Would have fared better with a better coach.
Didn't they go to the Rose Bowl that year?
They went to Rose.
They went to the Rose Bowl.
Okay,
they went to the Rose Bowl.
They won that. That meant they won the conference.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay, wait a minute.
This was
back then. You didn't really have. You had to have a. It was their record. Didn't that mean
BCS? The BCS.
It was the BCS.
Remember, BCS era, so it was moving around. It depended.
But because Illinois was a Big Ten team and they had the better record, they ended up representing the Big Ten in the Rose Bowl.
This was the first year. This was the first year that a team not Michigan, Penn State, or Ohio State won the Big Ten. I don't know if y'all know that. Oregon won it this year, but this was the first time that had happened in a long time
since Illinois. Was it? Yeah. Wait a minute. What year was that?
I don't think Illinois. I have to look at it. I don't think Illinois won the conference. But even if they did, that was over 10 years ago.
Let me see. I'm about to look at.
While we looked that up, I want everybody to know who thought I was gonna crash out because people was talking about the offensive coordinator and the head coach and all the other stuff at Florida State. The contracts for these assistant coaches and the head coach, along with the settlement we got with the ACC, allows us to hit the eject button and not be broke.
But they not though. You can't. That man, that DI y'all got as a damn AD right now, not gonna eject that man. Who he gonna hire?
Yes, he is. This is the thing. They have raised the money to get rid of that man.
Then why he's still there? The time is ticking.
Because we had the lawsuit. We started the lawsuit before all of the losing. What was
but we in March.
Hold on.
We in March.
Thank you, TP. We in March. I'm talking about as soon as
Let me get to all of that. The reason he kept his job is because we was in the middle of the lawsuit. Being in the middle of that lawsuit, we didn't know what was going to happen. So he didn't get ejected. That's why that man was doing fucking press tours with RG3 podcasts and all.
They're not doing it this year.
If this man, Marlo, hear me when I tell you, I am it. They're going to get rid of him. If he repeat what he did last year, his ass is out of there. And the AD gone too.
But the crazy part about all of that is he's been given or afforded the latitude to be a loser when they said 6-6 wasn't good enough. No, I'm just going off of what.
Just gonna take my lines. Just gonna take.
That ain't that wasn't your line. That came from your AD.
I know who it came from. His ass gone.
But
they fired the wrong person.
They fired the wrong person.
So okay, so let's be clear on a couple things, right? When the 6-6 was not good enough, there was also contracts being signed with the ACC, and the ACC was also signing contracts with Raycom Sports.
Okay. Having said that, before you go further, he had a worse season than Willie Taggart after Willie Taggart left. And then they gave him an extension.
I agree. And again,
we need to check Mike Norvell's laptop or hard drive because he got to have something on the president of the university. Because there ain't no way.
Ski Mask got every AD offered knows where the bodies are buried.
Bro,
Mike Norvell knows clearly Norvell knows.
Bro, let's get this straight. Y'all couldn't wait for Bobby Bowden to fuck up and had a losing season to say you guys to go.
It was two things. He hired his son as offensive coordinator, and he had a losing season. So first thing
didn't they do the same thing in Clemson?
Yeah.
He hired his son to be his OC.
He hired his son.
They fired his son. The next season, they brought in that motherfucker. They brought in Jimbo Fisher, the offensive coordinator and coach in waiting.
They wanted
Y'all
Jimbo.
don't understand. I paid a good.
Well, Jimbo, I'm gonna tell you like this: Jimbo had 2 times where he was a coach. He was a coach in waiting. Cause remember, he's supposed to be coaching waiting at LSU.
That's you.
When Nick Saban was there, and guess what? Nick Saban did that and go to the NFL. State. Huh?
We paid him more money to come to Florida State.
Yeah, y'all got him, but he would have stayed at LSU. What he had done?
Got fired.
All I know is Jimbo.
LSU don't care. They will fire your ass.
Well, why they ain't showing that with Brian Kelly now?
If there's one thing I know about LSU, they will fire their head coach. If you don't win a natty within 3 years, you are out.
Well, we know the reason why Ed Orgeron got fired. It wasn't because he didn't win a natty. He won a natty. He even messed with them young guys.
You can't be in there.
You can't do that.
Can't be acting. It's LSU. It ain't Florida. It's LSU. It ain't Florida.
Who? Brian Kelly has been at LSU for what? How many years? 5 years.
Yeah.
He ain't won that. He ain't stepped that national championship.
He had a Heisman Trophy winner.
What was?
Okay, but Orgeron had a Heisman Trophy winner in Burrow. He won a natty though.
They wasn't third in the division with the Heisman Trophy winner. Does anybody hear that? They was not third in the division, and now they don't have divisions.
They moved away from division.
Them losing to A&M this year should have got Brian Kelly fired. That should have been the nail in the coffin.
Might need to check his laptop too.
I need to check his bank account.
Who's the last head coach?
Oh, he getting paid.
Was Ed the last? Who was the coach before?
Ed was the last head coach before Brian Kelly got there.
Yeah,
they still paying him?
He sent Joe Burrow to the league, and then he got canned the very next year.
If they not,
he got a Hugh Freeze. Huh? They might be still paying him a little bit.
Oh wait, no, you're right. No. They're not paying him because he had that co-ed issue. They probably sent him on his way packing quietly. He is right now coaching at the University of Miami.
Chilling.
I mean, because they don't. He not developing players. They ain't got no talent down there on the defensive line to develop.
Here's a question since you just brought up Miami. How do we feel Carson Beck is gonna do in Coral Gables?
But like last dude did.
Who's the
I don't
last
know.
dude? You talking about?
Cam
you talking
Ward.
about Al Gold? Who was
You
the
talking about
last
Cam Ward?
Cam Ward? Oh, I thought you talking about.
Oh wait, no.
No,
We talking about the QB.
the quarterback.
My bad. I think he might do a little bit better because on paper, the team that Miami got coming in this year is better than last year's team on paper.
Yeah, they have a better team coming in.
I want to see Chris Johnson Jr. on the field. That's what I want to see. I want to see Chris Johnson Jr.
They don't have defensive dogs. That's the problem with Miami.
They got speed. They got speed
But
everywhere.
they ain't got. But what you saying is they ain't got that Miami Miami swag defense like they used to have back in the 2000s and 90s and shit. Basically,
Yeah, he talk about the Vince Wilforks and the Warren Sabbs and the Ray Lewis and the know what I mean. I get what you mean.
10 years ago, they let Cal walk up and down the field on them for fun.
They ain't played defense since what's his name? What was the linebacker? Was it Merriweather? I forgot what the linebacker. He played for the Raiders, but that was the last time they had like a notable defensive player that led the defense and they actually played well. Then they start bringing it at the turnover chain, like trying to give the defense some kind of incentive to go out there and actually play, and they were still giving up 35 points a game.
I mean, but if your defense ain't naturally just angry and ornery every day, you already losing.
Yeah.
Like if your defensive line just don't wake up ready to slap somebody just because, you already losing.
We saw it every game this year. They didn't play defense until the second half. And then Cam Ward had to save them.
And then it bit them in the ass in the bowl game.
And they bit them in the ass at the end.
It did, and that's why, not to bring up teams of years past, had that FAMU team that won the CB played Miami this past year, they would have won.
Probably. Perhaps.
Mm.
The ACC is wide. The ACC is wide open, but if I was a betting man right now, I'm taking Clemson to win. They returning 90% of their team.
And he ain't doing it with no transfer portal dudes like that.
With no transfer portal. Klubnik is the truth at quarterback. We had to play, like my Longhorns had to play against him. The dude is good.
That boy was good. That boy was
we talked about chemistry. That the Clemson team is gonna have better chemistry. Everybody coming back.
They're gonna have chemistry.
They're gonna spend the summer with each other. They're gonna live all summer. They're gonna work out. They're gonna have each other's backs.
Hey, you know what? Hold on.
That boy right there broke a lot of Drew Brees records at Westlake. Nick Foles records. He done broke.
Let me call the timeout.
Hold on, man. Hold on, Troy. I got one more thing to say. About Klubnik before we get off the subject. He was the best quarterback that my Longhorns played all year. He was the absolute best quarterback we played all year. Better than Carson Beck, better than Jalen Milroe, better than Will Howard. He was the best quarterback we played all year.
Did y'all play LSU?
No.
Oh, I'm about to say, was he better than Nussmeier?
Yeah. No, we did not play LSU this year. We did beat the brakes off of A&M though.
Well, I'm gonna say this because y'all brought up players lifting weights in the summertime and building camaraderie and all of that. Florida State, y'all don't need to post pictures of the players together. Y'all doing all that for a different group of people that ain't on Twitter. You ain't got to post that on Twitter. You could post some videos of them lifting together. them all in the weight room together. You ain't got to post that.
Show me a video of them winning games.
I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. All I want to do is hear, we're not having a spring game. We're having a spring game. These are the players we brought in. These are the players we didn't bring in. That's it. You ain't got to do nothing else. Because we don't.
They got to sell tickets. It's what they got to do. Because
here's the problem with that, Marlo. You pissed off. So when right before we went into remodeling the stadium, you pissed off season ticket holders who had been season ticket holders for 20 years, telling them, hey, you have to move to a new section and the price is going up. 1.
Yep.
2. A quarter of the capacity was gone during the construction. 3. Lord, stay working. So, see, I know Mike.
You going in and out.
Somewhere they're pulling the cord. Because I just broke up. I know he out there pulling the cord. But anyway. I think I'm back now. I think I might be back. I was being disrespectful on Bobby Brown internet and Nova pulled the plug on me. But all of these things roll into fan discontent. It wrote like stuff like football players talking about we don't want y'all to play the tomahawk chop. We want a DJ. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Hey, they stole that from cross the track because the boys cross track said they wanted to hear Sexy Red during third quarter.
So I don't want to hear Sexy Red in any quarter.
I don't either. But they wanted to hear Sexy Red during third quarter and they started playing it.
Respectfully, you ain't got no business having your ass over there in FAMU except on Set Friday. The rest of the week, Set Friday is beautiful. It's always great. The rest of the week, y'all need to be in them books, in that weight room, in that film room. That's it. You let down an entire culture. Years and years and years and years and years. But shit rolled downhill and you got to blame the dude at the top. We got to get back to where we was before and we'll be all right. Roll into another commercial and we're gonna start closing out the show. Whew. Marlo, as this was unfolding onto the internet, because I thought this was some kind of hoax, as it was unfolding, it turned out to be real. A gentleman, we're going to call him Matt, responded to a Steve Smith post of him golfing by saying, does your wife and kids know you're sleeping with my wife? He then proceeds to post screenshots of text messages between him and who we assume is his wife. These text messages are quite graphic and quite embarrassing if you are said spouse. Because again, in the era of Twitter, there is no shame.
We need to bring back
some key issues that Marlo might want to discuss is the quote.
I'll get it.
You was so deep, you moved my IUD.
That sounds about right.
So
obviously, she's used to dealing with a short knocker, and he was not. he didn't have the proper equipment. First of all, this is my whole problem with the whole thing. Why, as a man, why would you call another man and record it just to put it on the internet that you recorded talking to him? that he had done dug a pothole in your wife?
What's up, son?
You know, you know, sometimes you get blessed with good content, and then sometimes you just gotta tee it up. That one I teed up. Right now Alcorn is down 44-46 to Bethune-Cookman. I can't see the time. It just went to commercial, so that was
I normally wouldn't do this, but dear baby Jesus, if you love me like you say you do, you would do something to inspire them individuals at Alcorn to do one job. Pull a damn bucket. One job. Not two, just one. One job. We ain't asking y'all to bring about world peace. Y'all are on scholarship for a reason. So just do me that one little solid, and I will forever be in your graces.
Doc, you know G getting this clip if they win, right?
Yep.
I'm sending it straight over.
Anybody but.
I mean, it's all
corn. I don't even think, you know what? I probably shouldn't have teed that one up. Wow. To give everybody an update, we have been applying to go to different media events. Right now, I'm going through prostate cancer health scare. So I've been sidelined right now with the media event. So I will not be making the SWAC tournament this week. And because I can't get into MRI imaging, I won't know what's what until April the 9th. So once I get the MRI imaging, I'll know more. That being said, we did apply for the Final Four here in Tampa, and them people said no. And I can understand why. Because one, the way the website was currently constructed, you have to kind of go through and see the women's content and all of that stuff. If it's not FAMU, NFL, Florida State, it doesn't come up immediately because a lot of the content on the webpage is driven by what people click on, what people like, stuff like that. So I'm making changes to that. I did a complete rebuild one day after I realized kind of what was going on with the analytics. But they denied us our credentials because also we do bi-weekly, 2 times a week show. We do the basketball show on Tuesday. On Thursday, we do this show. We didn't fit what they were looking for because they are trying to grow the game and they want people talking immediately in real time as things are happening or whatever. I'm more judicious. I bring up topics as I see analytics, what people like, what people don't like. Like, if I just wanted to be an asshole, I can bring up the whole LeBron Stephen A thing that is doing great numbers.
I thought you said we were going to talk about that anyway.
I mean, we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Why LeBron ain't slapping?
He's going to slap that man.
Listen.
Better not be talking about my chair.
Listen.
There's gonna be some furniture moving at the meetup.
Let me say this, right? I am not a Stephen A. Smith fan. I have never been quiet about me not being a Stephen A. Smith fan. I do not like that man. He says things, and I know why he says things, and then he tries to frame it as I'm just talking about the game. And it don't be. Like, bro, you know what you said about that man's son came from somewhere else. And then when you got people like Gilbert Arenas who actually played the game, pretty much telling you if LeBron James Jr. played 30 minutes a game, he'll be averaging more points and a higher field goal percentage than a lot of guys that are starting right now, but he don't.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your comment about? Because he's not. He went. No, he said he would be up for. He would be in Rookie of the Year conversations. That's what. Where's this hate and this malice coming from? Did LeBron not invite you to his birthday party or something?
But then too, it was the same thing that LeBron said that it was that Bronny was better than most of the people that were getting drafted into the NBA this past year, and but the thing, you know, to me, that's saying I got to speak. I'm speaking life into my son, life into my, you know, into my child.
Right.
And at the same time, we got to understand Bronny is a professional athlete now.
He is.
So he is not immune to criticism.
No.
When it comes to, you know, the sport, we always have a talking points. We always have our talking points. We always going to have some sort of criticism about something. Okay. You know, like, you know, they like, well, the Lakers could have used that 55th pick on something else.
On what? It was the 55th pick.
Right. Remember, the first round pick was the first pick they got was Dalton Connect. And then
but that has also been my thing. I would have agreed if they first pick out of the job, LeBron. I would have been like, what the hell? Wait a minute now. But the 55th pick, sometimes the 55th pick don't even make the squad.
Right. And he's technically a two-way player. He's a G League player on a two-way contract. They have it set up like that. The reason why it was like that, because if, like, I'm his father, man, he can learn everything about the NBA just from me, through my eyes, right? How to be a professional, how to, you know what I'm saying, basically get to work on time. And not even just get to work on time, get there 15 minutes early, about doing stuff with, you know, making sure that you are eating right with your body and everything. Because y'all got to remember, everybody got to remember, LeBron James Jr. had a heart condition this past year.
That man, we straight up. That man had a heart attack at 18. He had a heart attack at 18 in practice.
And damn near died. Exactly. And I understand the reason why he decided to come out. Because you don't, something like that will scare the shit out of you.
I might as well go now.
Might as well go pro. I might as well live my dream.
Also, the school might not let him play no more.
Right. So it was just like, we all, I don't know about you, Jamal, but me, Marlo, and Troy, when we watched Hank Gathers play at Loyola Marymount, when that man dropped to the floor at the free throw line, we didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, we didn't know what was going on. That shit shook us. That was it, and that was in 1990 right there. You see other things like Reggie Lewis dropping dead in practice. Reggie Williams, same thing.
For me, ironically, it was what's her name at Florida State. She had went to practice that day, went home, went back to her dorm room, laid down,
wake up,
and never woke up again. Had a heart attack, and she was like 19. I was 14 or 15 when that happened. She was like 18, 19.
So
we have
when
another
you think about
that too.
Yeah, and when you think about that with LeBron, with Bronny, like, I want to live my dream, man. I want to go to the NBA, and I might as well do it, because if I do go back to school, what's the chance of Coach Infield saying, Well, because you had that scare, because you had that heart attack in practice, we don't know what's going to happen. But after that, he went through a whole season where he's playing behind one All-American in Boogie Ellis. He's playing behind a couple of more All-Americans and everything on the USC squad. That was pretty much picked to be at that time a force in the Pac-12. Okay, so what can you do about that? And here's the thing. Everybody was talking about how Brownie was going to do this and Brownie's going to do that. It's that middle child that's just really just like his
Bryce.
dad.
Yeah, Bryce is a dog.
Bryce is a dog. Bryce was like 5'7" or some shit like that, and Bronny was already at like 5'11", 6 feet tall. That boy had a whole growth spurt in 2 years.
Bryce is physically
he went
ready
from like
for the
5'7"
game.
to what is he? 6'7", 6'6"?
That boy is 6'6" right now. 6'6", probably about 215. He can shoot the ball. He can pass it. He's everything that his daddy is right now.
I'm gonna steer us back to the Bron.
But I'm just saying. But once Bryce come in, guess what? The criticism starts right back up again now. Why? Because your daddy name is LeBron James Sr. But at the same time, I should have been. I mean, if you talk bad about my child like that, if it's not for the game of basketball, and you just straight up talk bad about him, I would have came up to him just like that too.
You just talking. I'm talking to you.
Now you can see. Now you can see me outside. What's up? So that's the parent in me. You know what I'm saying? Come see me outside. They ain't got to worry about on the court. Come see me outside. And then Shannon big ass come out there too. You know what I'm saying?
Slap him too. Everybody
gets slapped. Everybody gets slapped. Cause y'all.
I understand everything y'all saying. I do, right? I had my black ass on Jerry West's Twitter defending Bronny being a nepotism draft pick. I was okay with that because everywhere in life it happens. So I was okay with that.
You ain't gonna never hear me argue against black kids with nepotism ever.
I was okay with all of that. I was okay with LeBron saying he doesn't want Bronny to be criticized. And I've said he's still in college. He just happens to be in the G League. I said all that. My whole mindset changed when all of this controversy kicked off. When Bronny decided to get his behind on Jerry West's Twitter and go at Stephen A. That was unnecessary. And here's why. There has been an entire spectacle made of just your draft pick. Your father has now intensified that spectacle and made your life infinitely harder. And all the adults in the room blew this opportunity. This was a PR goal. You could ride these numbers out till football season, but everybody want to fuck it up. Everybody want to be the center of attention. Reporters report storylines and news. If athletes get into the mindset of, I don't like what you're saying, I'm not going to participate in media, yada, 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 and I'm not talking to this guy, and we're going to boycott Stephen A., that's great. One problem. The NBA has an image problem. And usually image problems end up being ratings problems. That's why David Stern had to do the things that he did to bring the NBA back to where it should be. This is the same type of situation. It just ain't drugs. You have a fan base that is becoming disillusioned with the athletes. You can't. If the athletes have
we're disillusioned because the quality of the game sucks. Yeah. The quality of the game sucks. And I had this argument with a coworker when he was like, he said something dumb, and I was like, when the last time you watched the whole NBA game? Well, I'm like, no, I didn't ask you that. When was the last time you sat down? The game started at 7:30 and you watched it from tip off to close. You haven't. You watched the last 5 minutes or you watched the highlights on ESPN because the quality of the game sucks. You want to know why the quality of the game sucks? Because of a lot of those policies from David Stern. Since let's wake it up. We'll be here another hour. I could talk all day about how David Stern ruined the NBA. The shit we got today is because of David Stern. Well, we said 3 weeks ago they took the ghetto out of basketball and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, Jared Colangelo and David Stern.
We said it 3 weeks ago. You want to know why? David Stern put the NBA on this collision course to compete with European basketball 20 years ago, and now it's here, and we hate it. Jacking up threes,
but they also
7-foot wing players.
But here's the thing too, Jamal. He also was trying to compete with goddamn NFL football and college football, which you are never, ever, ever you're not gonna beat that. Not that.
You're not ever gonna beat it. Find your lane that works for you and you stay in it. Major League Baseball hadn't tried to compete with nobody, but they did some rule changes to speed up the game. They did. But in terms of policing trades, policing how players dress, policing how players wear they have, they never did none of that, and they still here. They still got some of the biggest contracts in all the pro sports. Still got one of the best players unions in all the pro sports. Now what? So you did all of this changing because you were fighting a battle that you didn't even realize you weren't going to win. You ain't going to compete. You're not going to win against football. NCAA football is about to find out the same thing. You're not going to win against the NFL.
And here's the thing, too. You really think about it. But here's another thing, too. You really think about it. Everything that not just David Stern, but once he's passed out to Adam Silver, everything was geared towards players now. It's the player empowerment of the NBA now. That's the reason why you see the NBA All-Star game is looking like shit the last 5-6 years, right? There's a reason why. There's a reason why you see why a lot of teams can't, they don't even know how to play fucking defense because you gear the game towards shooters instead of it being all around. You know what I'm saying? Like, you geared the game you didn't gear the game to mirror it. You geared the game to help out these whiny players because they hand checking me, bro. Everybody in the NBA in the 80s, in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s was getting hand checked. Even the greatest
part of the game. God,
it's part of the game. Even the greatest player of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, was getting his ass whooped by the Detroit Pistons for years. And it was like a rite of passage. You got rid of that. Now you see why the game has faltered. Now, and you're trying to, like you said, you're trying to compete with another league in which, like you said, you ain't gonna win that battle right there. You're not.
I gotta stop you. I gotta stop y'all for a second. I gotta allow Marlo to crash out.
Don't crash out, Marlo.
Did you see this go, Marlo?
There go Marlo.
Bethune-Cookman probably gonna win this game.
Ain't gonna do it.
Man. Crash out this week.
Bethune-Cookman win the conference. Oh my God, I ain't gonna be able to call him. But for those that know me, those that don't know me, I am a huge FAMU fan. This is Media Troy. When these lights are on, this is Media Troy. Media Troy does his job. He does not take. That ain't true. Anyway, I try not to be the FAMU guy on the podcast because I have two FAMU guys on the podcast. I don't be the Jackson State guy.
Let me do
the
that.
Jackson State guy. Yeah, I don't need to do all that. But if you see me on Twitter and you say something wrong about Mother FAMU, it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna be a very different person. I'm gonna be quite disrespectful. I might call your team Canada Junior. I don't know. Just understand that. Media Troy.
Well, what happened yesterday against us? I told you, Coach Mo said, checkout time was at 11 o'clock.
But that's the thing about HBCU sports. Like, every coach is petty. Like, Coach Craig was not as petty as he was when he got here. Now he is full SWAC. So
when he got here, he was man, I got like 10 scholarships. I'm excited to just be here. 4 months later,
he is one of us.
Bro, I got something to say. He gonna tweet it. Whatever on his mind, he's saying it.
So
he officially.
He official SWAC. He got his SWAC hours.
He got his SWAC hours. Listen, and I know what I meant to say. Hey,
at least he had to talk shit back. He don't cower away though. I like that.
We are going to bring back the bring your ass segment, because if you gonna get on Troy White's Twitter and say that FAMU head coach, basketball coach, ain't did this and ain't did that, and your sources tell you, come on the podcast. Let's talk about it. And the reason we're going to talk about it is because if you got news that everybody else in this space don't have, and remember, I don't consider myself completely HBCU space, but everybody else that I know and trust don't have this information, you need to come on to the podcast, not hide behind your faceless, nameless Twitter handle saying you got info and not explain yourself. I came on this podcast and told y'all I knew about the Clemson lawsuit. I know about the schools that's waiting to see what happens. So I went through the whole thing. I didn't have to say who told me what. I went through the whole thing. Any rumor that I see, I asked the questions by the right people.
To say that, especially after the AD already said that he signed the contract when she went on Scotty's show, like, come on, bro. Like,
well, are we talking about the Rattler blog?
No. This is just some random
somebody else
dude.
said this.
The Rattler dog
and fuck that Rattler blog too. I want them to come on the show. Bring your ass to the stage.
I've seen him the invite long time ago. He ain't never come on.
Very strange, bro.
Sometimes
they always are.
Yeah. So it's, but don't do that. Don't do that. If you're gonna hide, then don't say nothing. Because I'm on your ass. I told you say something about Mother FAMU on Twitter. This ain't that same truck. It's fuck you, it's fuck your mama. I hope you stub your toe. It's all of that. So it is important for us as media people to call out bullshit when we see it. And if I'm wrong and you right, I'm going to come on here and tell you I'm wrong. I started out the show saying, hey, I was wrong about Derek White. I ain't got no problem with accountability. Only thing I got problem with is that lady saying until we found out about my health, I can't like go all over the place, because last time I had prostate cancer, I saw Jill Scott everywhere.
Hey, we on her side with this one though.
Yeah, no. She right. Just last time I'm not gonna be wrong. But that was on my mind. I need to get that off real quick. We did I redesigned the website, and I redesigned the website for both user interface. I wanted people to be able to get to information, find out what they want to find faster and quicker, and not have to go through all of the stuff that just we talk about, but the things that they're interested in sports-wise and that we cover. Also, for entities that we try to get media credentials for, we want to make it easy for them to see what we do and how we do it. So you will see more clips, and that's why some of the you've seen delay in content. We usually do 5 clips a week. I think I'm down to like 3 now. I'm gonna get back up to, since I got free time now because I've been sidelined. I'm gonna try and get like 7 to 8 this week by Saturday. So we'll get 7 to 8 new clips by Saturday. But again, this is all for fans and for people who's trying to see what we're doing. I want to thank Mr. Andrews at the SWAC for allowing us to be invited to the SWAC tournament. It is only because of this health issue that we aren't there. So again, I apologize for that. Had not foreseen that. Any and everything else, I will make sure that, God willing, that we are there and present, especially as baseball and softball season start to roll down the road. I love to talk trash about some softball and baseball. So can't let Grambling win it again this year. That's no. But I appreciate everything the SWAC has done for me. I appreciate everybody in this space, what they've done for me. I haven't been able to get to everything because of this one issue. I will do my best to get Liv on next week to kind of recap the tournaments. But yeah, I want to thank everybody. That's pretty much what I got this week because I know we're running over already. Doc, what you got for us this week?
Sure, we got 2 basketball games tomorrow in the semifinals. Men's and women's Jackson State. Men going up against look like about to go up against Bethune-Cookman for tomorrow, and the women are going up against I think we're going up against Southern tomorrow. If that's how the bracket is supposed to look. But other than that, it was actually a good game. Huh?
Southern got bounced.
I'm talking about on the women's side.
No, Southern men got bounced. The women still
Southern men got bounced.
Okay.
At the same time, like I said, this is the best season that I think this is the best season that Mo done had with Jackson State, and all those haters from Alabama State that said that he couldn't coach. Well, damn it, he's doing a great job because he's in the semifinals. He's in the semifinals right now. Again, on the women's side, we do play Southern on the women's side, and that's going to be a hard task right there. But I feel like we could pull a win out tomorrow. Again, we got Coach Margaret is a SWAC veteran coach that took over a team that had nothing left in the cupboard. And like we Bitch Ball said, that the previous coach took the damn kitchen sink, all the food, the toilet paper, everything from this women's basketball program. She took everything. And we rebuilt this team from the ground up, and we are in the semifinal. This team was to be picked close to dead last in the conference. We finished 4th in the conference this year. We are in the semifinal of the SWAC tournament right now. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm be streaming both games live tomorrow. It's gonna be a wild one. To see Alcorn women get that win against Alabama A&M. it was poetic justice, because them folks from A&M in Huntsville, they were talking mad shit about Coach Margaret, how she couldn't get it done with them. And don't get me wrong, Coach Thornton is a friend of my program, but she hasn't made it out that quarterfinal, semifinal round either. So one is checking out at 11, the other one stayed in the room for another night. And of course, my Mavericks, people are crashing out about my Mavericks because they're saying that the new ownership wants to move the team to Vegas. And they was like, that's the first thing that they wanted to do. We're going to get an expansion team. But here's the thing about what Mark Cuban did when he sold the team. He put a provision in the deal when he sold the team to the Vegas family that you can't move the Mavericks to Las Vegas, even if we don't get a casino in the state of Texas. You cannot uplift the Mavericks from Las Vegas. Mark Cuban put a lot of money in downtown development around American Airlines Center, and he wants to keep it there. Either make renovations to the arena or build a new arena downtown or uptown. Don't move the team to I live in Irving. Don't move the team to Irving. We all saw what happened last time when a team moved from the city limits of Dallas to Irving. It was the Cowboys. They was a mainstay for close to 50 years. And then they uprooted themselves and moved further out to Arlington, where Jerry Jones is pimping the city of Arlington with asking for money for renovation. Hey, it is what it is. But other than huh? Oh, didn't he just build that stadium? He built the stadium 2000. The stadium was built in 2009. It was opened in 2009.
Time flying, bro. Time flying, bro.
Hey, it's 16 years. You know, you're gonna have some wear and tear on the stadium, on the stadium like that. You asking for money.
Yeah.
Guess what? The city of Arlington is gonna give that man money through taxes. I'm glad I don't stay in Arlington. I'm glad I don't stay in Tarrant County. I live in Dallas County. And I want to go downtown to see my Mavericks play. And you also got to realize too, the Stars play in the same arena too. That's our hockey team. I don't think they want to be uprooted from downtown Dallas either. So they're gonna make something happen.
The women's team don't play downtown with the Mavericks, do they?
Women's team. Oh no, the women's team are going to play downtown. They're playing in the Convention Center arena now. They're remodeling that arena now. So this coming up season is the last season at College Park Center on the campus of UT Arlington, and then after that they go over to downtown Dallas. So, but other than that, hey, keep the team in Dallas. Jerry Jones, you still on your last leg. Tell your mama to get that black dress ready. We're gonna send some flowers to your house in University Park. Baseball season coming around. I know the people in Tampa the St. Petersburg is really pissed off with the Tampa Bay Rays. We got spring football get ready to come up. Spring football get ready to come up this weekend. UFL starts this weekend. Yep. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that. I'm gonna go to a game or two. Shit. And look, we just finish our basketball season and get on to baseball, softball season. And tell Coach Cozy he don't need to be refereeing no damn games, no softball games anymore.
Hold on, I'm gonna get to that in my rant. I saw it. I saw that. I saw it.
I ain't see it. What you got for us this week, Jamal?
All right, so I'm gonna start with that, right? Cozy is from a family of sportsters. I think his dad was he's an umpire. He said in the interview because it's like his hobby. It's fun. Our last coach enjoys cigars. This coach enjoys being umpires of softball games. And hey, have you seen what they make per game? I don't blame him. Get your money, black man. But you said it's just his hobby. I think it's funny. You look up, see a D1 head coach being the umpire for third baseline. That's kind of funny. I don't really have an actual rant today. Basketball is over. Both my Rattlers are out. We'll do better next year. I have faith in both coaches that they're gonna get out and actually recruit and get some dogs in that want to play basketball for FAMU. Beautiful arena. I wouldn't mind being there every Saturday in person. I'm a season ticket holder because it helps the school out, but I don't go to games all the time. I just can't. It's bad for my heart. So, but again, I got faith in both coaches going forward that we gonna right the ship for FAMU basketball. That's honestly all I got. I had a good week this week, punching Nazi, cussing races out, and if they think it's a problem with it, hit them with your car. Lord Jamal, I'm out.
Well, I want to thank
like speed bump.
Yep. Keep riding.
But you know what? If you let Whitley tell it, I'm the problem. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out this evening. 85 and 86 in the building. Thank Doc, Jamal, TP, Marlo phone died. TP had to go because we was running late. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming out for the Gathering Old Men podcast. Everybody that has supported us, thank you, and we are out.